Get to Yankee Stadium does so for Old Timers Day to give the kids some pointers and to participate in the annual game between the real old timers and an all-time team. So in just a moment, it's down to Yankee Stadium for some names and faces that you'll never forget.
You know, fans, Yankee Stadium has often been the scene of many spine-tingling dramas. But once every year, hands of time are moved back to the dawn of the century, and the spirit of Yankee stars through 50 years take the spotlight. Over 41,000 fans paid a roaring tribute to the Yankees who had written the brightest pages in baseball history. Warming up before the game, we saw Lynn Larry, great shortstop of the middle 30s, and there's Red Ruffing, a pitcher with over 200 wins to his credit, and one of the greatest Yankee right-handers in history. Wilcie Moore was still tall and straight and, well, almost as slim as when his relief jobbing meant so much to the Yankees of Miller Huggins. Looking across the field, we see Wally Pipp, the famous Yankee first sacker, who represent the late Lou Gehrig in today's game. This old-timer should bring back memories. Recognize him? Well, if you don't, he's the one and only Home Run Baker. From left to right, Charlie Keller, Red Rolfe, and Red Ruffing. Ed Barrow, one-time president of the club, is in the center, and on his left is Joe Gordon, Earl Combs, and Lefty Gomez. As the introductions were made, the rafters shook with each memorable name. Frankie Crosetti, now a Yankee coach, and one of the game's greatest shortstops. And behind the plate, who could ever forget the great Bill Dickey? Roger Peckinpah looked as trim and agile as he did while playing his familiar role at short. Who else would be in right field but the old reliable Tommy Henrich? And one of the game's most colorful players, the great fireballing left-hander Vernon Lefty Gomez. Here's the present Yankee shortstop, Phil Rizzuto, one of the greatest at his position in baseball today. Here comes the manager of the all-timers, the great Yankee Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. Washington Senators owner Clark Griffith with his wife receive a standing ovation. The 83-year-old Griffith was the first manager of the Yankees way back in 1903 when they made their bow in the American League. The old fox was also quite a pitcher in those days. Griffith introduced some of his teammates from the 1903 era, and the crowd loved every minute of it. Al Shack, the crown prince of baseball, was there, and after presenting some pre-game comedy, he served as home plate umpire for the spirited battle. The old-timers take the field, and Bob the Gob Shockey's first pitch is clouded for a single by the all-timers shortstop, Frankie Crosetti. Ralph singles Crosetti to third, and Joe DiMaggio belts a long fly to Charlie Keller in left field that enables Crosetti to tag up and score the first run of the game. Right fielder Earl Combs then belts a long single, and Red Rolfe romps home with another tally. The old-timers went down 1-2-3 in the first, and the score is 2-0 at the end of one inning. In the top of the second, Tommy Henrich, old-timers right fielder, registered their only hit of the game as he slams a long double to right center. Henrich, now a Yankee coach, hasn't slowed up too much since he retired from active playing in 1950. The all-timers tally again in the second, and the game ends 3-0 in their favor. A fitting climax to a perfect day spent in Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.